All right, that time of month again where we update what my net worth is. As per usual, we talk about the assets that I own, take away the liabilities that I owe, and then we have my net worth. So we'll jump into it pretty quickly today. My first asset, cash, I have 48,620 bucks and 9 cents. It's gone up quite a bit from last month, and the reason is one, not too many expenses, two, the general just work a lot, but three, I've had some pending bets that paid out several grand that I, I got paid out. They've been pending for a few months and now they finally paid off because they announced the results for the basketball thing I bet on. So that's why that's going up quite a bit. Asset 2 stonks. They're up to $50,120.09, most of it being due to my medium-term swing trading portfolio, which is like individual stocks I buy for the intention of holding for several months, maybe even a few years. So yeah, that's been pumping lately. As of this morning, my portfolio is up 61% year to date. So obviously that's doing pretty well. S&P average is what, like 10% a year. So pretty good performance there. Asset 3, crypto, $1,246.70. Crypto's just getting left in the dust in this rally. It's really interesting to see. I don't know too much about it, but from what I've seen in my timeline, at least, the crypto era is, it might be over, honestly. So a lot of people are wondering, like, why would anyone put money in crypto when these stocks are rising? I don't know. It just depends on like who you are, really. But I haven't put any money in crypto in years. This is just leftovers of what I had from some portfolio I had in like 2021 or something like that. Asset 4, punting, my gambling account, 1 cent, just so I can watch games on my betting platform because they don't let you watch unless you have funds in there. So I literally just leave a cent. Obviously that's gone down quite a bit from last month because those bets have now paid off and I withdrew that cash. Asset 5, my retirement fund / my superannuation balance, $90,769.28. So that's obviously up quite a bit from last month because the market in general has pumped and my retirement fund is 90% world stocks, 10% Aussie market stocks. So obviously as they go up, so does my retirement account. And also they've introduced a new thing here in Australia. Instead of employers having to pay money into a retirement fund once every like month or quarter or whatever it was, now it's every single pay slip. So I have more frequent injections into the market. So even if the market was flat, this will still go up as my employers for my 2 jobs keep putting money into that account. Asset 6, my house / real estate, $750,000. That's gone down since, last month and the month before. I said 2 months ago that I find it hard to believe my house was actually valued at that amount. And with the recent changes to the budget here in Australia with the tax stuff, I think that's caused some of a dip in the market, although it was already sort of dipping before that anyway. I'm not sure how much of a long-term impact that budget change will have, but all I know is like my house is, it's probably not even worth 750 grand. It's close, but it's probably still overvalued a bit. So it'll probably drop to like 730,000 bucks in the coming months, in my opinion. But I don't really have any other way of gauging what my house value would be other than the website that's I use to track the prices of real estate in the area, including my house, obviously. Asset 7, furniture, random furniture and bits and bobs, 5,250 bucks. I think this should actually be a bit higher because I don't know if this includes one of the new TVs I've put in one of the rooms, But either way, it doesn't really matter much, does it? It's just a bunch of stuff in my house, because obviously my house isn't empty, and the stuff in the house has value, which is what this furniture man is. Asset 8, business. I've cut the value down to $350 because obviously I haven't uploaded much recently, and then obviously the views are also down quite a bit, which is a lot of it is my fault, but there is some blame I have on other people, but I will talk about that another time because it's actually quite a little bit hypocritical and interesting coming from these other people who are like, it's like part of the reason that channel's slumping, but I'll talk about that another time. But obviously most of it is my own fault. But if you've seen the money I make from all my other ventures and the fact that I work 75, 80 hours a week with both jobs involving me having to drive a long way, so that adds another 8, 10 hours of driving a week that I wouldn't have if I lived closer or had any work from home days, on top of my gym routine, on top of social events, on top of my stock market sussing shit. I had to sacrifice something, and unfortunately for my YouTube channel, that was just the lowest hanging fruit because it was by far the least profitable, or like the lowest return on investment of my time. So something had to take a hit. Unfortunately, I only have 168 hours in a week, and I wasn't going to do stuff like sacrifice sleep. So it is what it is. The point for this video is its value is obviously not as high as it once was. Asset 9, items, various random shit that I own, $15,465, nothing has changed. And last asset, my car, asset 10, vehicle, $6,400. I just lower its value every time. It is a Camry, so it does hold its value quite well, but I just lower it anyway. Once I start to lower the value to around $5,000, I'll probably just hold it for a bit, because the car works fine. So that means all of my assets in total are worth $968,221.18, which is pretty wacky looking at this. I certainly don't feel like I've got close to $1 million in assets. Now, these are in Aussie dollars, so if you convert it to other currencies, it's quite a bit less. But that doesn't mean... But I'm still paying for stuff in Aussie dollars, which would make everything more expensive relative to other countries anyway. So it's not like my life is easier because I live in Australia. If anything, it's worse because my white-collar job doesn't pay as well as it would in other countries. And the real estate is more expensive, which, yes, means the value of my house is higher, but it means I have to pay more to the bank for a mortgage, which also means I pay more in interest, which is less money I have in my bank account or in stocks or something like that. But yeah, that's what my asset amount is. But I have liabilities, like most people, so let's talk about those. Oh my god, ick. It gives me the ick. Liability 1, credit card, $1,818.10. I cleared out a lot of it from last month, but obviously there's still some stuff that exists, which... I only have this credit card, so the money sits in my bank account longer, which means I earn interest on it, or in my case, I pay less interest to the bank. It's not a whole lot, but you do it over a year, and you can easily save like $150, $200 in interest. I don't know about you, but I'll gladly take that. You obviously have to remember to pay your credit card off on time. I almost forgot the other month, actually. It got to like 2 days out. I'm like, oh shit, I actually forgot about that, because normally... I know that like well in advance. But as long as you keep on top of it and you don't incur any extra credit card fees, well, my credit card has no fees unless I'm late on a payment. But other than that, pretty easy way to get more interest in your bank account or reduce interest on your mortgage. Liability 2, car loan, $0 because I didn't get a car loan for this car that I own. Liability 3, student debt, $28,837.46. Nothing's changed. It could change next month. When indexation to the student debt goes up. Actually, it might have already happened, but it hasn't updated yet. But this might change next month. But I'm not paying anything back, so it's definitely not going to go down. Well, I'm not paying anything back yet. There will be something I will owe. In October, I'll do my tax return, which means the amount of my student debt will decrease, but the amount that I owe the tax office will increase by that offset amount, because that's just how you pay back your student debt here in Australia. But for now, there's not really going to be much change to it. Liability 4, aforementioned tax debt, $0. There'll be nothing here for several months of the year. And then in another several months of the year, there'll be a large amount here that I leave pending until the last moments. Because, as is the case with my credit card having money sit in the bank account longer, earning more interest, the longer I delay paying my tax bill, the longer that money sits in my bank account, like earning interest. And liability 5, the big one, my mortgage, $402,451.62. So it's slowly getting chipped away. Slowly but surely. So all of those liabilities total $433,107.18. So quite a bit of money I owe. I certainly don't feel like I own almost $1 million in assets, but I also certainly don't feel like I almost owe more than $500,000 in money to other people. It's just a bunch of numbers. So if we take those assets minus my liabilities, we have a net worth of $535,114. Nice round number. Well, round in the sense there's no sense. Yeah, not bad, I suppose. Assets have gone up $15,421.34 since last month, which is actually quite a lot considering my real estate was valued down. In the past, whenever my assets skyrocketed up, it was usually because the house was now valued like 7, 8, 9 grand more than the prior month. A pumping stock market will do that, as well as working a lot and not spending too much. So your bank account grows. And then, yeah, because of the credit card thing and a slightly lower mortgage, the liabilities also went down. So net worth went up about 17 grand from last month. So I certainly don't feel like I have like that kind of money to my name. But I guess that's what happens when you work a bucket load from the age of like 24 to 29. You're going to end up, as long as you don't do anything too stupid with your money, you're going to end up with a lot of it. Anyway, that's just a quick little net worth update. I'm going to go to work now. What's your net worth like in the month of June? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. That is all.